Welcome to Pocono Raceway here today. Matt had issues with his PC. His CPU basically just said, hey, I'm not going to be cool anymore, so I will be covering for him again. Mark Beverly qualifies first, Caleb Clinner second, David Traylor third, Matt Hayden fourth, fifth, Colton Hardy sixth, Brent Summers seventh, Clinton Woodby eighth, Michael Newman ninth, Dennis Steele 10th, Daniel Dow 11th, Rusty Mozzie 12th, Ashley Ellison 13th, Nate Cogdale 14th, Keith Prince 15th, Hoss Beverly 16th, Nick Gardner 7th, Jesse Calloway 18th, Braden Avila 19th, Jacob Ellison 20th, Isaac Smallwood 21st, Bill Hales 22nd, James Controne, and 23rd is Kevin Winker. As this is a incredibly quiet track, so I am going to work this audio around. I'm going to try to boost it in places that I know it is quiet. Race info, really only 60 laps is what I have to say about that. Let me pull up the points here again. This league is sponsored by Top Market Property Inspections, Asphalt Outlaws, Weld Works, Tiger Contracting, and Johnny Johnson Motorsports. Let me see if I can get the points for one of these. Clips and sponsors, banners, paint schemes, weekly winners, payouts. Oh, there it is. Points and stats. See what this says for it. So Isaac Smallwood, yes, that is this week. Okay, he's sitting with 3 wins on the season, leading it right now. He is 36 points ahead of Kevin Winker, who is second. Really tight between third and fourth place is actually tied. Third is only 3 points ahead of them, and it's 59 points back to Keith, 62 back to Brett, 65 back to Matthew Catiana, 10 back to 69 back to Kevin, and Colton Hardy, he is 72 points behind. Pocono 60 laps though, known as the Tricky Triangle. The way you have to drive this track is pretty much flat out. You want to get good exits on the corners. If you don't, you're going to pay the hefty price of trying to get it back down the backstretch, and that just does not work very well. That's not the right person to text here. Need to let just let them know that the pace truck is going to get ready to pull in here. Huge draft track. These trucks are going to be stuck to the ground pretty much. You'll see a lot of pack racing here, kind of like a mini Daytona at a certain extent, just a really flat Daytona. Pace truck pulls in here though. 196 will get the green flag here. I forgot to give them a paint refresh. I will do that right now. Caleb Clinner, he will get out to a little bit of a lead. These paints will pop back into their normal color. Sorry for not doing that earlier. I just realized when I was thinking about trading paints because I'm having an issue on this PC. At least you see that the tight right there, Beverly behind him went up the track. I don't think he really wanted to do that, but he was able to slide in. No harm, no foul. Like we got the 54 trailer. He's going to get to the inside, and so there's not going to be no contest really. The 2 Daniel Dow will go down to the bottom as Smallwood has. He apparently, he started in the pits. I think he started in the pits. That's why it looks like this. But back here, these guys are all over each other for this position. The 92 of Clinton would be the double. 21 years old, still having voice cracks. The 21 of Clinton. 21? 21 years old. I'm young, I don't know where it's. The 92 of Clinton would be back here with the 00 of Cogdale, trying to look trying to get a run down the back stretch. If you don't get a pass done, you're going to lose a lot. Modesty he's trying to side draft. I think he thought about side drafting there. See Hoff, Beverly. Go down the back stretch here. Going to go into the tunnel and turn. This is where you kind of want to throw it into the corner. There is a bump in the middle of it, however, so you do want to keep that in mind when you are driving this track. It will slam the splitter down and shoot you right out. Watch out for that for sure. Some guys don't watch out for it, or they don't realize that, hey, there's a bump in here. See Clinard, Beverly. These two actually going to go side by side. As Beverly did get a better run that time, he's going to be able to draw side by side with him. He is 2/10 faster the last lap, and he's just going to send it in the tunnel turn. If he can get his pass done, he's going to get it done. He had to slide up in front, and he's able to do that. Back here, those guys that pretty much somewhat became orderly. The 25 he's on the inside of the 3. He's needed to side draft his 3 hard if he's going to have a chance. Gap's going to close it behind him fast on the 16. He's not going to be able to get it done. He needs to get in this corner pretty well so he can get a decent exit so he can at least pull even. He's not going to have him clear. That's going to mess him up even more. He's not going to be able to get up into that high line. These two going back at it again. The 196 thought about it. Beverly still able to hold on to the lead there. That Milwaukee paint scheme. Talk about Milwaukee. I'm a Harbor Freights person. Yes, go ahead and make fun of me. I don't really care about spending a lot of money on tools since they're not being used as much as other tools would be. I realized I didn't have my logos rotating. You see how these guys kind of they're riding that bottom line. And honestly, this might be a little bit different than the next gens. With the next gens, I'm actually hitting the apron. I'm trying to get that rear end to kick out just because it does get decently tight. So I want that rear to start to slide around. If I can get it to slide, that'll be better for me. Everybody in a line. 16 looks like he's going to take a look inside the 25. He's going to be able to pull even with him down the back stretch. So we'll go into the corner with him. Both draw even. Double 0, 6, 133. A little bit of contact there from the 55. That's going to give the 196 a decent run off the corner. So he'll draw close. Actually, he'll pull ahead a little bit. Going to gas it up in the middle of the corner. Slide job here. Crossover from Beverly, maybe. A little bit of a crossover move here. However, who's the 5 going to choose? The 5 is kind of stuck between both of them. He's going to give Beverly a little bit of a shot here getting into the corner. Try to get him down there a little bit deeper into it. But the 196 is going to be able to hold that outside line. Beverly can't get up in time. He's not going to be clear. Now who's the 5 going to choose down the back stretch as he was hanging the 55 out? Now it looks like he's not going to. He's actually going to go and help the 55. Oh, wow. That Beverly cut it close. He's trying to get to the outside of what he wants. He wants to get to the outside of the 196, but he just can't do it. Oh, I know you can pass on the outside. You told me nobody passes on the outside. Well, you can do it. You know why? Because these tires are staggered perfectly. Another match. What do you think? Or match perfectly. Something around that saying there. Hear him. My throat's kind of going away, and I can kind of feel it. Not a good feeling for sure. Everybody else is basically singling themselves out, and we have the 10 who is in no man's land. Micro center painting. That's a nice scheme. Might have put him in the wall there almost. Sorry, I'm texting Matt here. His PC actually didn't thermal throttle because of a setting that he had. It actually cooked itself straight up. The 42 of Winker, he's going to go down to the inside of the 4 Haas. I wouldn't really worry too much about where you are right now at the moment. You can still catch them. We need to find out what stages are on this. Here for a minute. I'm going to check the Discord, see if I can find it. Later. So it's like a little bit of looseness now happening to Beverly. Saw him get off that corner in the rear end. Looked like it took off on him just a tad. It didn't take off on him horribly, but it definitely did take off on him. He's getting to the wall a little bit on entry, just trying to arch that corner. He can't get it to turn like he needs to. If we can get it to turn and bite down in the corner, that would really help him, but he's just not able to. That's what you want to happen, but it's just not going on at the moment. know why those cameras are changing so aggressively there. That's not a smooth camera change at all. But it looks like the top 5 are kind of close to each other. All just trying to basically stay as close as they can for the moment, it seems. That's gap time. Yeah, you see the top 5 literally have absolutely separated themselves. A whole second from 6th place, so they have pulled out to a little bit of a lead now. The 196, they'll really get on that bottom. Beverly looks like he may be a little bit tight, but I think that's what he wanted the car to do that time, is he's going to pull side by side with the 196. Needs to get up to that quarter panel if he's going to do anything. He's got it. So go move closer to him, swing out, go down to the bottom. '54, 196, just racing each other pretty even. Always want to see guys race each other clean. Don't want to see anybody get turned. 197 might have hit the wall back there. Brett Somers did. He just smacked it when he came off. He's getting way out of the groove there. I'm surprised he's able to hold on to that car. 196 is going to go back to the inside. These two have just been trading first and second. One of them gets it, then the other one does, and it's just who can slide up in front of him, pretty much, it seems like. Excuse me there if you can hear that. Muted that for just a second to yell at my dogs. Probably my parents just came home, if I had to guess, the reason that they're barking so much. But you got the 16. He's trying to move up here. These guys get kind of stuck in a stalemate. 133 is going to get to the outside and get that pass done. The 16, the 25. Ooh, a little bit of contact there, maybe. Just a tad, though. These guys, it's kind of a stalemate for most of this track. Nobody can really pass each other. The draft heavy, if you have a run, you got to take it, but you got to make sure you have a run exactly. 55, 196, still just right behind each other. Oh, into the wall he goes. That's going to hurt that truck a lot. That's going to really hurt him down in this turn. I don't think he's going to be able to hold on to it. He's not going to be able to hold on to the lead. He's going to have to hope it didn't damage it too much, but he got into that wall pretty good. Looks like the body's fine, but he definitely hit it. He has gotten really, really loose now. Down to the inside he goes. .55, 54, sorry, gets that pass done. Quinn just looks like he was sliding completely sideways out of that corner for a minute there. So Keith Prince, he's down pit road. Not sure why. I don't think he had any issues. I didn't see a wreck happen or anything like that. Somebody else just got into the wall. Or who was it? It was, I heard the contact. I'm not sure who it was. But we'll have to figure that out. But I definitely heard a metal on metal there. David looks like he's still loose. I want to actually, it's hard to mark these. I want to see if he actually is. He looks loose. See this corner here. This is where I'll know if he's loose or not. I can't really tell. I mean, it looks like he is just a little bit, but it's not like egregious if it is anything. Ellison will come down pit road and Controne will follow him. They made that pit road wall a lot longer because Casey Kane one time he came on pit road and was wrecking. A lot of that stuff was happening, and they made it longer. That's actually I think it was 20. It may have been 2013 when that crash happened. But it was basically, it was almost the exact same wreck as the guy before, I think a day before in practice, pretty much. It was oddly similar, almost exact same tire tracks. Front, oh wow, I was completely loose there. The 54 just completely slid. Looks like this is actually, oh, Winker just slid through his box. Looks like these actually might be planned pit stops. Just looking at it, because they're pitting, they'd have one more if they're trying to break it up to like 20 laps ish. God, that 54 is loose off the corner. Whoa, he got a huge run. Here he comes. He just sailed it on in there. He said, you know, I'm just going to hope it sticks, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But he's definitely getting his truck to do what he wants, evidently, because he just sailed that thing on out there. The 196 is going to start trying to break the draft in front of him now. Actually, he's try to pick up the draft of the guy in front of him. He is getting ran down here, though, for sure. We got a caution on the track here. I believe that must be the staged break. Yes, that's what that appears to be. So Clenard, he will win that stage here. Catch the pace car here. They will pit next time by. Those guys go to pit road, though. I'm going to run some commercials, however. As you see now, these guys are on pit, and somebody just slipped through their box. That was a 97. They're on pit road now. This first pit stall might benefit. No, it's not. He is way behind on his time here. He's going to come out like 4th or 5th. Yeah, he'll come out third, but you definitely see that he was lacking some speed there. And out of the box. Yeah, so this was a strategy call here by Keith, Kevin, and Ashley along. Yeah, only 3 that pitted before that. Wait for these guys to come back down. They could top off, however, they're probably not going to do that. This is a track where strategy can surprisingly play a big part. You wouldn't think it would, but it will. These guys will line up before they restart here as lights have gone off on the pace truck. So next time by, they will go green. There's a lot of talk apparently about how apparently people have been hating on Harrison Burton. I don't hate him. I think that his win was legit, even though I hate super speedways. But they need to fix the playoffs because there should be no way a dude that is 32nd points out of the full-time drivers, which is dead last, should make the playoffs because he wins. The winning you're in scenario has really hurt the playoff format, to be honest with you. Keith will get the restart here, though. So these guys are going to be off on fuel, these front 3. Kevin has gained 22, 21 positions so far. He has done a really, really good job. This pace truck will pull in here as the starter will have the flag in his hand, and the green flag is in the air. We are underway. Looks like Winker's going to be falling right behind him. The 2 teammates, the 133 and the 196, makes it really confusing looking at their paint schemes, trying to pick out who's who. Not being too aggressive at the moment. 133 trying to grab onto the quarter panel just a little bit, not too aggressively though. Get a pretty good bite there on that corner. Three will be able to get out to a little bit of a lead, the 55. Surprised he wouldn't. Well, he didn't get any body damage. I think he just got more paint scraped than anything else on that truck, luckily. These guys are going to be... Well, the 3 could maybe short pit. Well, he'll have to pit maybe lap 39, then try to make it to the end. He may be able to do it. guys scatter behind him. The 50. Oh, Lord, he's wiggling around the 196, also wiggling behind them, too. These guys are, something's happening back here. These guys are not getting up to speed, and this is going to hurt the 196. He's going to get swallowed up here by the 42 of Winker, and Woodby, oh, don't make it through. He's going to make it through wide. Yeah, he's making it through wide here. Woodby saw the line, and he said, hey, you know, I'm just going to go down here. Don't mind me. He almost came down and touched him there. See the 12. He's going to wrap that outside and get a pretty big run. The 5 gets a little bit loose off the corner in front of him. That was Matt Hayden. You see the 42 right there. Winker shot down the pit road. Guys are all lining up. This trailer just ran the fastest lap, 55.73. Oh, Lord, that 5's loose. I'm surprised these guys are getting loose here. I know this is a low horsepower, high downforce track. Kind of surprising to see these rear ends kick out like they are. Trailer's going to get down inside of Prince, and Prince and him are going to fight for this position. Green, whoever that is behind him, 55, will have a huge run here. You see him cutting down the time. Cut it down by almost a tenth before he got into the corner. Looks like Keith will have to give up that position, though, just not able to get the bite that he needs. He's actually going to hit the apron, so it's going to hurt him even more on exit. See, that is the 97 back here on the inside, Rusty and Daniel Dow. He's outside at the moment currently. Colton Hardy down 9 positions from where he qualified. Got it all over each other back here. The 5's going to surge ahead of this 196. He's going to try to get a decent bite off the corner. Or sorry, 133. There's 2 paints that are literally the exact same. Try to surge ahead here. The 5 looks to the inside of him. 5 looks like a little bit loose there, I think, just a tad. Not too bad, though. We got the 38 almost goes around. James saves. I'm going to go look at that. That was a good save. I don't know how he did not hit the wall because he was headed for it. Steps out middle of the corner, and he's driving off the rear wheels, and it's headed for the inside wall there. He's able to just pull it back up on the track. That's a good save from him. Caleb Clinard into the inside of Keith Prince now. Going to try to get that position done there with, but he's not able to. We'll get to the back bumper, but he's not going to have a place to pass. The 5 and the 3 going at it right now. Red Bull used to be in NASCAR, however they pulled their cars from it. They were in their early 2010s, I believe, if I had to guess. I think that's when it was. James will come down pit road. Right up against that. He might be out of... Does he have brakes? He might not have brakes. It's odd. Something happened there. He definitely did not have control of that truck. In the sense of he was just right up against the wall. Normally that would indicate he's trying to slow down on purpose, but I'm not completely sure in that instance. I have to find out. These guys all snaking down the front stretch here. Just following the guy in front of them, trying to keep that draft as hard as much as they can. Looking at the 7 of Brent Somers, Boston Web Marketing truck. Go on board here for one lap here with each with some random drivers. We'll do 3 right now because I don't want to do too many. Just because this is a long track, but you can see how these guys have to kind of play the runs and other stuff like that. So we'll probably start with a 12 of Newman here. We'll start with his cockpit view. A little bit of side-by-side action there. I think that 2 might have gotten a little bit of contact from the 3 as he tried to slide up in front of him. He kind of sent it in there and said, hey, I'm just going to hopefully turn. And you see the 25 of Villa get really loose there. Tail tap the wall. I think he's going to be fine. Hmm. See David Trailer still. Look at this. You see, this is what happened last time. It's the top 5 have pulled away. See Braden Avila. He is second and let's see, almost 2 seconds ahead. Woodby, he is 2 seconds ahead of Woodby. Woodby has Brett behind him. He's Brett to be pushing him on the backstretch though, not gonna pass him. Excuse me here for a minute. When I drink flavored water, it's, I don't know what in the world goes on, but it does not like me one bit. Hi, hello there, Shauna. I just saw that. I only have 3 screens. I should get a 4th one. I keep saying I need to get a 4th one. I don't even know if they sell quad monitor mounts, to be honest with you. They probably do, but I'm racing in a collegiate iRacing league, but I'm not gonna be there tonight because Matt, he had that computer issue. But he normally is gonna cover this league after I, not necessarily leave, but pass it off to him. So these guys behind trailer going at it. Those 196 is trying to get around this 55. The 55, he did qualify on the pole. Evidently, he does have a good car. 12 and the 3, the 97 can decide to go with the 3 a little bit. Shove him instead. As Avila has just went to pit road with 22 laps, so right around where I thought they would start to go to pit road. I think his maybe a little bit early. He's probably trying to shortcut these guys. Saw that, hey, I can make it from fuel here now, so let's just go on down pit road. Oh my, they have a Kyle Larson. Hendrick Motorsports is having sales on a lot of their shirt stuff. Time to buy a lot of stuff. I did save up $2,000 over the summer working, so yeah, not a bad idea for me to buy a lot of crap. To the 196, he was able to get around the 55. I only know that because of the email that I got from them. See, trailers down pit road, Hayden's down pit road. This is going to be the last pit stops for the race. They're probably trying to come in. This is short pitting right here. Keith is going to need more fuel, however. Just a little bit more, not a lot, but he will need some. Probably going to be a 4 tank of fuel here to see when do these guys come down pit road and where do can't speak trailer and these other guys merge back on track. So there's gonna be 4 tires and fuel. You got to get a full tank anyway. Might as well take tires just to see how it goes for him. So when does Clinard? Here comes Beverly down pit road. Gonna get all the way out. He got all he could get in the road. That cone is where pit road starts. It used to not be. We're not so sure early on. There's a pit road entry and then pit road speed limit. That's the pit road speed limit right there. There's no entry really. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know why they do that, but it's really confusing. We'll see if Clinard comes down next time by. He probably should, but he's all by himself. See what Clinner does. So there's still 9 people who have yet to pit that do need to pit down pit road. Looks like the 196 may be coming down this. Yeah, he's coming down this time by. Oh, he's going to stay out. I thought he was coming down. He was staying pretty low. Braden Avila just ran the fastest lap. He ran a 55.45. So he is really cooking right now. E5 pitted a lap after him, and he actually maintained his spot ahead of him. He's going to try to get pretty aggressive into the corner right now at the moment. See Haas, but Beverly, he's off and away. Clinard still needs to come down pit road. I don't, because he's running 2 seconds slower than the guys that pitted. He's staying out, though. I don't know, he has no draft help. I just think this is going to end up bad for him. I really do. I have a really, really bad feeling about it. Not that he's a bad driver. It's just, you know, it's just hits and all that other stuff. .96 going, still staying on the track, not coming down yet. Back here, though, is when these guys are going to start to get a little bit interesting because they are racing for the win. Top 7 still haven't came down pit road. It must be just a gamble for them. It has to be a gamble. There's no other way that it's not a gamble for them. Brett's coming down pit road. Clinard still has yet to come down pit road. He's running about 2 seconds slower still. He does have 33-second lead, but that'll all go away when he pits. There he comes down pit road finally. See if Nick follows him down. He's going to stay on the track. Newman's coming down. Dow's going to stay on the track. Smallwood will stay. Cogdale will come down pit road. Gets all the way in there. He gets aggressive. Use all the track that you can. Smoke the tires. Might as well go ahead and do it. You wreck, you wreck. If you don't, you don't. Pretty much how it goes. The 16. There's only going to be 3 cars that need to come down pit road after this. I like Smallwood's paint scheme. See Clinner, he's off and away. That's going to put him back to probably 14, 13. No, he's going to be able to merge. I forgot you can do that coming right off pit road. I'm thinking about you have to wait. So he does fall multiple positions. He does have the fresher tires, though, about 5 laps fresher. Gardner, Smallwood, and Dow all come down pit road the next time by. That was a pretty fast fall there for them to come down as soon as the other guy did. 13th, but he will probably fall to 14. No, he won't be. He'll actually be able to keep his spot there. Come out 13th. So Trailer will get the lead back. See Hayden, the number 5 behind him, though, running him down. Hayden is 4/10 back. Beverly's about a second back, but he is getting the draft from Hayden in front of him. It's just barely, though, not by a lot. Guys now got super spaced out. We got a little bit of a race here. The 97, the 9, the 42. Kind of drag racing each other right now at the moment. Caleb Flinner just ran the fastest lap, 55:22. Season at Dega, great. I want to see how far Flinner can get back up here. He's gotten back up to 7th, and he is running fastest laps, but he is 13 seconds back from the lead, so he is way back there. See the 9, 16. Going at it right now for this is for 11th place. 16th actually able to pull ahead of the 9. The 9 looks like he's slow down the backstretch. Might have gotten a bad exit. Smallwood just ran the fastest lap now, 55:19. He's got a pretty good car, evidently. On them, we're going to go at it, just kind of checking up and checking the front up there just to make sure nobody's going side by side with each other. And the closest people are these two right here. The 16 is actually making some passes also. Looks like the 12 is the one that's going to be working with him the most, evidently. And that 12's working with him, but 16 is not getting up there like he needs to. That 12 needs to be a little bit closer to his rear bumper. These guys are closing in to 10 laps to go. Oh, Bruce might be the other guy you're talking to. Sorry, some people say Bryce, some people say Bruce. It really just depends on who it is. Sometimes they say my name completely wrong. I've been talking to the other guy in the chat there. Trailer, he is kind of stretching out his lead. He's gotten to the bumper of the 4. The 4 could maybe mess him up here, though, just a little bit if he's not too careful. He's got to keep that in mind. And the 4. That 4 could actually help this 54 get away from him at the moment. Trying to see where my teammate qualified in this other race. Cat, do not even get up here. and start rubbing all over me. If you do that, I'm gonna be so annoyed by you. Please don't. Oh, get down, cat. Sorry, my cat decides to jump up on my desk all the time when you shouldn't be up here. Rubs up all up on my microphone. I have so much hair in it because of her. It's like, Gardner maybe... Stop it. Where is 16 at? Sorry, there he is. Gardner, he's moving his way up here. He's coming back up towards the front. Braden, however, has gained the most positions this race. He is up 14 positions. Excuse me here, I'm gonna get her off my desk. You have a whole cat tree. Get over there. Excuse me for that. Beverly is closing in though. So he's doing a good job right now. Hayden, he's only 7/10 behind. He's going to catch a draft of this 4, so that'll pull him a little bit closer going down the backstretch here. Keep hearing a little bit of contact from the wall from some of these guys in the back, but they're not in the race for the win. Hayden is now 6/10 behind. He's coming even closer. It's going to be interesting for him. He's 7/10 at 4. Maybe messing with that air though. But it's definitely going to help him at the same time. How much does it help him? How much does it hurt him more than anything else here? That's the question. I'll be watching him more than anything else. If this 4 starts to falter, that'll mess with the 5, but the 5 can help him pretty much to a certain extent. Is now stretching away from him. He's not within the draft. Well, he is within the draft of the 5 or the 4. Sorry, excuse me. How will he catch him? Can he catch him? He's losing time again. And I think he may have drove the front of those tires off and just burned them. The way this truck is acting at the moment. Will keep an eye on this. He keeps gaining, he keeps losing. He keeps losing time, so it really just depends on where he is. Leonard is getting chased down by Woodby, though. Woodby's staying relatively close to him at the moment. Trailer. All these other guys just falling in behind him. The 22, the 7. 22, Haas is having a good run here tonight. I know that me saying that is going to end up with him getting wrecked now that it said something about him doing good. Me and Matt, we did a what did we do? We did a 100% race or full length Cup Series, and we were talking about Shane Van Gisbergen, and literally we were talking about them, and he actually blew up within like a second of it. So that was interesting. Car absolutely grenaded. That was not any fun at all. Talking about a driver, we gave him the broadcaster's curse. I think Hayden's not going to be able to get to trailer in time. He's fallen just a little bit short. Clinton would be. 92. I have to see what my teammate is right now at the moment in this race. I don't have a clue. Hopefully he's moved up a lot of positions. I think he has. Yeah, he's moved up 4 positions. He's done a good job so far. The 54, he's just going to slowly stretch it away. The 5 is just going to keep on going. One thing that can change the race now is a caution. Laps left here. Trailer, he did start 3rd, not done a bad job. Beverly probably going to be mad that he kind of let one get away. I think he had one of the better trucks. Or early on at least, I think he got in the wall. It didn't hurt the truck, but I think once you lose the lead, you're kind of just struggling from that point onwards for him. That's what it seemed like. Two more laps left here. Beverly may be able to catch the 55. The chance that may happen. Beverly might be able to catch him. He might be able to get 2nd. It'll be 1 to go here when they get back to the start-finish line. It'll be 1 lap left here at Pocono. Trailer leading. See if Beverly can hold on to 3rd from Clinner. Clinner is getting to the back bumper of him. Gonna look to the inside. We'll see how hard the 55 will fight. I think if you're the 55, you got to fight. Oh, 196 goes slideways, and he's actually going to get the position. How in the world did he hold on to that? He might hurt him, though. See if the 55 can get into his corner deep. If he's going to get a run, it's got to be off the corner. Come on, get it getting into the tunnel turn. So let me know if he got in there good. Didn't do a bad job, but didn't get through it like he needed to. So it looks like Clinner will be able to get 3rd after he sends it going into that corner. But Trailer, he will come off of 4 here after a relatively uneventful race. David Trailer will come home with the win here. Matt Hayden 2nd and Caleb Clinner 3rd. Trailer started 3rd, comes home. Excuse me. He started 3rd. Hayden started 4th. Clinner started with the race win. I don't know what that was there. Excuse me. That was odd to see. He's just messing around there. But we'll watch. Trailer dude was burnt out from Loxley, Alabama. That's how you say that. Oh, they're messing with him right now. They're giving him some celebratory bumps. Wait, is he out of... No, he can't be out of fuel. Is he out of fuel? Let's see if he is. No way he's out of fuel. Nah, he's not. He's just going around really slow on the outside. I've saw people run out of fuel doing their celebration. It's not uncommon. tricky triangle. No turn 4. Only 3 turns. Kind of confuses some people sometimes, but hey, that's how it is. It is what it is. We'll watch him do his burnout here maybe in a second. See what he does for his celebration. Pull up the finishing order here now that he has done his burnout. There we go. Race results. We will bring in the number 196 of Caleb Clinner. That number always messes with me because it's so pink. And you can't see the 1. So let me bring him in the 196. Hey, Caleb, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, man, I got you.
And so you come home third after a pretty uneventful race, really calm overall. How did it go for you overall, though, mate? Because it seemed like you had a pretty good job or a pretty good night for today. I
It,
can't speak. English is hard.
yeah, we had a good balance there. Was able to lead a good amount of laps. Honestly, I mean, I don't know if it was just the way I had my steering ratios and stuff, but it didn't seem like my stuff fell off as hard as everyone else's. Uh, I tried to stay out longer, have the new tire advantage there at the end, and they just got too far ahead of me up there. I want to apologize to Mark. I got into him getting into turn 1 on that last lap, just trying to push everything. Came off pit road. I think it was 13 seconds behind and ended up 2.4. So just trying to get everything I could there.
And so how hard was it to pass at this track? Because I know this is a super aero-reliant track when I would run it in the next gens at least. I know the trucks are a little bit more aero-reliant than the next gens.
I mean, it seemed like if you got a big enough a run, you could really make the passes quite easy. But I know like there in stage 1 when me and Mark was battling for the lead, swapping back and forth, it got tough just because both of us was so equal and neither of us could get a huge run on each other unless we made a mistake.
Yeah, definitely did seem like that. It's really the mistake because, with these long straightaways, you mess up in the corners, you pay for it down the back stretch or the front stretch because they're so long, you have to wait till the corner to make it back up. But, how has the season gone for you so far? Let me look at the points and see where you're sitting currently. How does this, boost your season for you? Because you're actually sitting 4th, and this might actually move you into either 2nd or 3rd from the finish, I believe.
Oh man, we've been pretty good. I've just made a lot of pit road mistakes. I mean, I think back to Atlanta, or Vegas and Atlanta. Vegas, I dominated and sped on pit road. Atlanta, I sped on pit road. Uh, I want to say Kansas and Nashville went pretty uneventful, but just hey, I always kill myself on pit road. So it just felt good to finally have a race with no pit road mistakes and just be able to get some solid points.
Man, well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, everybody at CCR Esports, we've been trying to keep on building the team and, try to just get bigger and bigger after we won the Indy 500 this year. And AAR Roofing represent LTD, 5-star tire specialties, turbo, horsepower, oil, paper cuts, and I believe that is it. I'm probably forgetting someone, but
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job tonight coming home third, man. Hopefully that puts you either 2nd or 3rd in the points. Not completely sure, but it looks like you will get a pretty big point tonight here.
and I appreciate it. Hope to be talking to you a couple more times this year.
That was Caleb Clinard, the 3rd place driver. My teammate in the college iRacing just got freaking destroyed. Looks like he got in there and he bobbled, I think. That's what happened to him. Yeah, his surprise his toe link's not broken. But we'll bring in the second place driver in Matt Hayden. Hey Matt, this is Bryson Booth. Booth, got a copy, man?
How you doing, man?
Man, so you come home second. You started, let's see, you started fourth, gained 2 positions before the end of the race. And that you are, see, from Nashville, you are sitting, where are you sitting in points? Because I'm trying to look at that. Trying to find
Oh,
your
shit.
name on
You'll
it.
probably have to go really far down the list because I think we had about a start to the season as you could get. So
Yeah, you're sitting, so you're sitting, wow, 22nd in points. You're 123 back, but this is definitely a good points night for you. But, how did the race go for you overall, though, man?
it was good. We felt like we ran in the top five for the entire night. I've always liked Pocono, always run well at Pocono. So we're hey man, it's just the only thing that doesn't work out in these trucks is getting behind another truck, and the aero is real bad. So Um, felt like if I would have just got out front, I think I could have stayed out front. But I think anybody who was out front would have stayed out front. So David, man, he had just happened to time his pit at the same time I did, got out right ahead of me, and then that was it. So good strategy, a good win to David.
So kind of going back to what you said, how hard was it to pass at this track? Because I know if you have a run, you better have a pretty big run to get around them, and if you don't, you better hope they don't have anybody behind them because they will just train you on the outside.
Yeah, yeah. It was kind of it was a lot different than the last time we've run this. Because you could get a run inside of somebody and them still pull you down the straight, and then I was actually shocked that a lot of people were still able to send it on the outside of two. I had that happen a couple of times where normally if you got inside someone out of one and went down the long pond, if you were inside, that was your corner. And I mean, you noticed that in the Cup Series race too. They were taking turn two a lot higher up, a lane up higher. There was just more speed and more grip there. So it made it difficult because it was like if you tried to make a pass on one corner, you better get them cleared and get them checked up. Otherwise, they had the preferred line and a run, and it was just back and forth. And then what made it worse was you may have a run, but getting into the next corner, you have two trucks side by side in front of you blocking all the air, and then you're pushing out, and it was not fun. And I know on the team radio, it was not fun for a lot of the guys I was with either.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. It's hard to pass. It's so frustrating because you're like, you want to move ahead, but if you move ahead and you don't get it done, you go backwards, and then all that work that you did is basically, for nothing. And it's so frustrating. I know how that is as a driver. It's just super annoying. But how do you think the rest of the season will go for you? Because this is I think the 6th race of the season. Yeah, no, this is the 7th race of the season. Evidently, you've been struggling right now, but you're not doing or you did good tonight, so this should boost you in the points a decent amount. At least this may get you up about, like, I'd say almost 9, 10 positions, something around that number.
Yeah, man, I've always run good in the trucks. Last time I've run with Nate, we always ran up there in points. The new tire model, the new truck model, aero model is a little different. So I feel like Kyle Busch. It's like, man, I know I can win. It's just I don't know if I can win in this car. So I think we'll be good. I think I just had some unfortunate things. We had a race we were leading, and just fuel mileage screwed us over. I think Nashville, I think, may have been. We're running up front. I felt like we were one of the fastest guys on the track, and just had less fuel than the entire field and finished 21st or something. So we'll turn it around. We'll be more consistent. I mean, that's what got me up there before, was just running top fives, and it's like as much as I wanted to win tonight. Once we started pushing, Mark was catching me behind. Looks like Caleb got by him at the end there, but it just kind of in my head just settled. Hey, look, second's good. We need the points. We got to have good finishes from here on out, make playoffs, and try to make a run for this.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I want Misfit Motorsports, all the guys on the team, Rusty, James tonight. Had a rough night for both of them. Jimmy out; he had knee surgery, so hopefully he'll be back here pretty soon. His wife, Lindsay Fitzmaurice, thank you for all the help. And yeah, thank you everybody out there, and definitely you for the broadcast. We appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go, but good job tonight, man.
Yep, thank you.
That was Matt Hayden, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner. What in the world? Bring on the race winner in David Trailer. Hey, David, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you, Bryce.
And so you started third. You come home with the win. You know, how did the race go for you overall, though, man? Because it seemed like you had a pretty decent truck the whole entire night and was able to kind of just make passes when you knew you could get around people and didn't really push it too aggressively.
Yeah, I really like running Pocono. It's one of these tracks where you're never going to get anything done quickly, so you just kind of have to use the length of the race to your advantage. I definitely wasn't best truck in the first stage. I think I kind of figured it out about 40 laps in, how to actually run the track on a long run. So, like I said, just being patient, taking your time. I'm pretty sure everybody hit the wall, so if you can wait for the guy in front of you to hit the wall, it's a pretty good opportunity to pounce. If you can't get a good run going down one of the straightaways. But yeah, overall, like I said, I like this track. I always run well here. Just never can seem to put one together. But finally, that changed tonight.
You know, so how hard or really how frustrating was it when you couldn't pass somebody and then there comes somebody behind them and they fill a gap and you lose about 2 to 3 positions after you did all that work to gain the positions that you did have?
That's just one of the things you got to have a short memory with. That's just kind of how these trucks go. They're very momentum based. So once you make a move and it doesn't work, if there's a guy within 2 truck lengths of you, he'll find that gap, he'll fill it, and then you kind of have to restart. And usually that's about a 5 or 6 lap process. Maybe even more here since there's less corners. But just being patient. You know, it's really easy driving over your head, burn your tires up, and fall off there. But just taking your time, making your moves when you're supposed to is kind of what I did here.
You know, so let me see where you are sitting in the points. See, you are sitting 12th in the points, and this looks like this may move you up a good amount. But you know, how has the season gone for you so far? Because evidently you've not done bad. Before this win, you were sitting 12th in the points.
Yeah, I actually feel like I've had a pretty decent season so far. Unfortunately, I missed Daytona. I was moving, and then I think I missed Vegas too. And missing 2 races doesn't really help with your point situation. And then came in and won Old Atlanta. And I think I've had top 10s everywhere else since then. So just trying to be consistent. Like I said, missing 2 races doesn't help. So I'm kind of starting from behind here compared to everybody else. But as long as I can get into the playoffs and get a relatively clean slate going from there, I think I've got a good shot to make a run here.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, thanks to my teammates for kind of helping me out, telling me where everybody's at on the track. Bill, Colton, and Clinton there. They really helpful for me. Thank you to Nate for putting this league on. It's not easy to run a league, and he's got a good one here. So it's always a good competition. Everybody's pretty clean. So I appreciate that from him. Thanks to the rest of the sponsors that put the league on. Asphalt Outlaws Racing, WeldWorks, Tiger Contracting, Top Mark Property Inspections, Winning Bid Diecast, everybody that does it, and then thanks to Sonic Graphic Design. And then my sponsors, Mushroom Top Tea. He's on board again this season. Great friend of mine with an organic tea company. So go check him out if you're interested. And then thanks to my fiance for letting me do this.
Okay, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job tonight coming home with the win, though, man. Moving up 3 positions, but you got the win.
Awesome. Thanks, Bryce.
That was David Trailer, the race winner. I will go over the finishing order here now. David Trailer first, Matt Hayden second, Caleb Clinner third, Mark Beverly fourth, Braden DeVilla fifth, Clinton Woodby sixth, Nick Gardner seventh, Michael Newman eighth, ninth, Keith Prince 10th, Isaac Smallwood 11th, Brent Summers 12th, Daniel Dow 13th, Rusty Modesty 14th, Ashley Ellison 15th, Haas Beverly 16th was Colton Hardy 17th, Dennis Steele 18th, Nathan Cogdale 20th, 19th, Bill Hales 20th, Kevin Winker 21st, Jesse Calloway 22nd, Jacob Ellison 23rd, James Cottrone. Not a bad race overall, though. Really only one caution, and that was for the stage break. So really pretty uneventful race, but very clean race overall. But I'm not going to keep y'all here any longer because, one, I need to hop over and probably spot for my teammate. So I will let you all go.